Imagine summer arrives and it just doesn't. You plant crops, you wait, and the warmth never really shows up. Rain keeps falling, frost hits in June. People start talking like the world is cursed. That happened in 1816. It's literally remembered as the year without a summer. The trigger wasn't politics or war. It was a volcano on the other side of the planet, Mount Tambora in Indonesia. In 1815, it erupted so violently it blasted ash and sulfur high into the atmosphere. Those particles spread around the globe and reflected sunlight back into space. The result: colder temperatures, weird skies, and harvests that failed across Europe and North America. The human part is the point. Bread prices rose, hunger turned into riots, families sold possessions just to eat. In places that relied on a short growing season, one bad year wasn't inconvenient, it was catastrophic. And the weather didn't politely follow borders. A village could starve while another, a few hundred kilometers away, scraped by. There's also a cultural aftershock. That gloomy, stormy summer in Switzerland trapped a group of writers indoors. They started telling horror stories to pass the time. Out of that came Frankenstein. So a volcanic eruption didn't just shift climate, it helped shape modern fiction. Now here's the part that should stick. People at the time didn't know the cause. They argued about morality, divine punishment, bad omens, anything that could explain it. The real explanation was physical, global, and invisible to them. It's a clean reminder that history isn't only kings and battles. Sometimes the turning point is a cloud of sulfur you can't see, drifting above your head, deciding whether your children eat. In New England, newspapers described June snow and ice on ponds. Farmers slaughtered livestock because they couldn't feed them. In parts of Europe, constant rain rotted grain in the fields, and disease followed hunger typhus outbreaks, displaced people moving in search of work, whole regions destabilized by a weather pattern nobody could name. Even inventions got nudged. With crops failing, oats became expensive and horses became harder to keep. In 1817, a German inventor, Karl Dreis, showed off a two-wheeled running machine, partly as an answer to a world where feeding horses suddenly felt uncertain. It's a tiny example, but it shows how pressure creates weird side paths in history. When the sky changes, everything below it changes too: menus, borders, beliefs. And it can start with a single mountain you've never heard of,